Police conducting a walkabout in commercial districts this Yuletide season. The Grand Bahama Port Authority continuing an annual tradition. And a local organization gives back.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Natalia Hall. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Royal Bahamas Police Force taking steps to ensure the Christmas holidays are safe for everyone. The law enforcement officers taking to the streets today to patrol busy shopping areas. Our Sabrina Brown reports.
Senior police officers conducting a walkabout in the major shopping districts, beginning in the downtown area. The officers making their presence felt, ensuring that law and order is maintained throughout the holiday season.
We're going to be out to make sure you're shopping safe, but we also ask that you be aware of your surroundings and you take whatever precautions necessary, not to travel with large cash, large sums of money while you're doing your shopping, not to leave your items that you purchase exposed in your vehicles, because a lot of these crimes that happens are what we call crimes of opportunity. So, we can prevent a lot of them if you take the necessary precautions.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Clarence Reckley is appealing to merchants to secure their businesses.
We would hope that they would implement whatever necessary security mechanisms for this time of the year. Throughout the year, we go to merchants and we encourage them to do what is necessary in terms of making sure, particularly those who open late at night, making sure they have the appropriate lighting in place, making sure there's no high brush or shrubbery that's preventing persons from seeing what is going on. And we also encourage them to stagger their banking movements. If you feel uncomfortable about locking up at night, call the police to make sure that someone is around, and we would be out to assist wherever we can.
He's also asking residents to refrain from posting gifts and other valuables on social media sites.
You're making yourself a target, so I encourage persons who do that to cease, because what you're doing is actually letting people know what you have and where you have it. So we encourage you to don't do that. If you purchase stuff, keep it secured and don't advertise.
But it was not all business. The officers added some Christmas cheer with a little caroling along the way.
Give love on Christmas Day. There's no greater gift to give than love.
While police have increased their presence in commercial districts, they are also beefing up patrol in residential communities. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Sabrina. Police on Grand Bahama investigating a traffic mishap in the West Grand Bahama area last evening involving some of their own. Assistant Commissioner of Police Clarence Reckley says details are still sketchy.
There was a traffic accident late last evening in the Homestead Rock area involving two of our officers. Fortunately, the injuries are not life-threatening. Both officers are still detained at hospital at this time, but we're wishing them all the best. The accident is still under active investigation, but what I can say, it involved two vehicles. The police vehicle was traveling east heading into Freeport area, and the other vehicle was heading into the western area.
In other news, the Grand Bahama Port Authority remains committed to giving back to those in need, especially during the holidays. The Vice Chairman of the GBPA, Sarah St. George, says no one should be forgotten during the season of compassion, and that is why they chose a group of charities to donate to. While GBPA President Ian Roll says they are happy that they are able to give back.
GBPA started this turkey drive about 7 years ago, and I'm very happy to say that it's continually growing. We're up to, is it 200 turkeys this year? We hope this will spread some Christmas cheer to old and young alike, disabled, everyone who needs it most in our community.
We love to give, and I know we'll continue to give, but my hat is off to the persons who actually are on the street and actually dealing with the people out there who need it the most on every given day.
The recipients were all grateful.
I'd like to once again thank the Port Authority for their generosity. I can't believe it's already been 7 years since this got started, and We're very grateful.
We would like to thank the Port Authority for this generous donation that they gave us. We'll be able to bless some families with turkey this year.
All of us understand that the Grand Bahama economy has really taken a hit in the last several years, and so we are really appreciative for this outreach and this hand of help into the community, and so we'd like to say thank you.
The little darlings of the Grand Bahama Children's Home received a treat recently. Students, faculty, and staff of the Technical and Vocational Institute held a luncheon for the children, and they also presented gifts and food items. The cosmetology department provided hair services for them as well. Associate Vice President of BTVI, Veronica Cawley, says this is their way of giving back during this Christmas season.
Our satisfaction, our gratification, is the fact that we are now giving back to an entity that probably could use the services, could use the food items that we are giving, even though you might hear people say, well, they don't need it because everybody giving them food, but that's not our responsibility. We need to now learn to not just receive, but also give to the community.
Director of the Grand Bahama Children's Home, Sheila Johnson-Smith, says she is truly grateful.
They had their hair done, they're having lunch. I mean, she has an amazing team. We have 25 children, and it is not easy. It is not easy what we try to do, but every time someone like Miss Cawley and her team comes and helps us, it makes a world of difference to us. So we appeal to the wider community not to forget the children's home. Please, I know I'm always begging, but I will continue to beg because these are our little darlings.
Members of the Pride of Grand Bahama Lodge No. 7 spreading the holiday cheer in the 8 Mile Rock community. Worshipful Master Wendell Smith says that they gave out about 65 gifts and their children were very excited.
The principal tenets of Freemasonry is relief, and this would be our third time coming in the 8 Mile Rock community and issuing toys to some of the less fortunate children in the community. We do a lot of other initiatives throughout the year, but during this time of year, we just want to make sure that we can do our part to provide a smile with a small token to each of the children in the community. We are in partnership with social services and also the ancient Egyptian Arabic Order Nobles of the Mystic Shrine, who would have done a toy drive to the children's home earlier today.
Past Master Yannick Rogers says that they cater to children between the ages of 2 and 14. He adds that they wanted to touch the lives of the young people during this holiday season.
Very important. You never know what's going on in the lives of these kids, particularly in certain households that may not have the ability to buy gifts for the kids. So we felt it important to come down and do what we could do to help out the community.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues in just a moment.